Not every ending is a failure, but we have been trained to believe that it is. When something ends, a relationship, a job, a dream, a phase of life, our first instinct is to ask, what went wrong? Rarely do we ask, what was completed? There is a quiet misunderstanding in the way we measure success. We assume that if something does not last forever, it must not have worked. But permanence has never been the definition of value. A sunset ends every single day. That does not make it a failure. A season changes. Winter does not apologize for becoming spring. A chapter closes in a book. It is not erased. It simply makes room for the next one. Yet when endings happen in our own lives, we resist them. We interpret them as rejection, as proof of inadequacy, as evidence that we did not try hard enough. But sometimes an ending is not a collapse, it is a completion. Some relationships exist to teach you what you deserve. Some jobs exist to sharpen your skills, not to hold you forever. Some dreams exist to guide you somewhere else. The problem is not the ending. The problem is our attachment to continuity. We are uncomfortable with change because change removes familiarity. And familiarity feels safe, even when it is limiting. So we cling, we force, we negotiate with reality. We say, if I work harder, maybe this won't end. If I love more, maybe this won't fade. If I sacrifice enough, maybe this won't collapse. But not everything that ends is meant to be saved. Some things end because they have fulfilled their purpose. A teacher does not remain in your life after you have learned the lesson. A ladder is not carried once you have climbed to the roof. A bridge is not a destination, it is a passage. Imagine judging a bridge because you didn't live on it. Endings are not verdicts, they are transitions. There is a difference between quitting and completing. Quitting comes from avoidance. Completion comes from growth. Quitting is leaving because it is hard. Completion is leaving because it is done. And sometimes the only way to know the difference is honesty. Ask yourself, am I running away or have I arrived? Growth often requires shedding. A snake must shed its skin to continue living. If it clings to the old layer, it suffocates. But from the outside, shedding looks like loss. In reality, it is expansion. The same applies to identity. You are not meant to be the same person at 20, 30, or 50. The version of you that once fit your world may not fit it anymore. And that is not failure. That is evolution. We romanticize endurance. We glorify staying. We praise those who never give up. But wisdom knows something deeper. Not everything should be endured. Some doors close to protect you. Some endings redirect you. Some losses refine you. The seed must stop being a seed to become a tree. If it resisted breaking open, it would call transformation a tragedy. There is also dignity in letting go. When something ends, you can choose bitterness, or you can choose gratitude. You can say, it should have lasted longer, or you can say, it gave me what it came to give. The length of something does not determine its impact. A single conversation can change your life. A short season can redirect your entire future. Endings often hurt because they strip away illusion. They reveal that something was temporary. They reveal that something was conditional. They reveal that something was never meant to stay. But clarity is not cruelty. Clarity is a gift. If everything lasted forever, you would never grow. You would never move. You would never discover who you are beyond what you once had. Sometimes what you call a failure is simply life clearing space. Space for better alignment. Space for deeper purpose. Space for maturity. Think about this. If every door you knocked on had opened, would you have walked through the right one? Rejection refines direction. Closure creates capacity. Endings teach detachment. And detachment is not indifference. It is freedom. Freedom from believing that your worth is tied to what stays. freedom from measuring success only by duration, freedom from holding on to chapters that have already written their last line. Not every ending is a failure. Some endings are graduation. Some endings are protection. Some endings are preparation. The real failure is refusing to learn from what ended. The real failure is carrying yesterday into tomorrow. The real failure is clinging to what no longer fits. So when something ends, pause before you judge it. Ask, what did this teach me? How did this shape me? Who did this help me become? If it strengthened you, clarified you, redirected you, or matured you, then it did not fail. It fulfilled its role. And now it is your turn to move forward. Because life is not a straight line of endless continuations. It is a rhythm of beginnings and endings. Breathing in and breathing out. Holding and releasing. Starting and finishing. And in that rhythm, nothing is wasted. If this message resonated with you, comment below, "Some endings are growth." Every story leaves a ripple, and sometimes the ending is where the ripple begins.